Hello, my name is Giygas Furby.
Hello, my name is Hip Hop Harry. And today, we're going to the Supperbowl.
Why do we call it the Supperbowl instead of the Superbowl?
It's because the people watching it usually like to stuff their faces while they sit on their fat asses while watching the game.
We won't be doing that boring shit. We will be going to the stadium where the Supperbowl will be held.
In order to get there, we will begin to perform a spin dash move to dash past all the traffic and save the effort of making this video longer than necessary, like As soon as we get there, we get stopped immediately by a really long line that consists of corporate jerks who just want to show off how cool they are because they got the ticket for the Supperbowl and not actually watch the game. Drunk jerks who do actually want to watch the game, but are so wasted that they piss off sober people and fight each other, even though they are rooting for the same team. Fat-ass mans with their fat-ass families who have brought a shit ton of junk food and want to take up 3 seats with their fat asses.
Football fans with all of their team attire and all that piss ass. San Franciscans who wish to oppress the Chiefs for existing. Kansas folk who wish to oppress the 49ers for existing. And many other people, including Texans. By now you should know that we never wait for anything, so we reiterate this long-ass line and it sounds something along the lines of holy shit, your assholes are so tight.
And you smell like you haven't washed in 69 decades. Our cocks are getting smelly and greasy.
That reminds me of the time Ronald McDonald fucked a guy who always ordered supersized meal and got diabetes.
And amidst the line we find an entrance that mysteriously has no line, so we leave, but not before making a quick come like soy.
That was well. We walk inside and we end up walking near the football team that are playing, and because they're all men, we get really rampy and we will start to rape them all at supersonic speed like
Hashtag gotta go fast, more like hashtag gotta go down on you fast.
Give me my quarterback out my ass.
21 for hype for fighters.
Ross production doesn't know football too well to make any good jokes here.
We are not gonna bother using the fourth wall pieces as Giygas.
The referee will stop us and say you two are not supposed to be here. And stop turning our team gay some freaking hip-hop Harry.
How do you know me? I asked him. He says I have seen you get grounded on YouTube many times. Now get out you 6 ducks points. I then say no. Nobody calls us 6 ducks and gets away with it. So we rape him like nobody ever interrupts our orgies ever. I'm shoving your whistle up your ass.
Please, motherfucking, please.
Our cocks.
Trying to get our life predators into your mouth in 3, 2, 1, whatever.
That was so. The referee gets turned gay and then he gathers the Barney Bunch and the Humongous Bunch and decides to have us play against each other in the Supperbowl.
He then walks out to the stadium and announces that the game is changing and all females are to leave the stadium or it's getting smacked by our PPs and IVs. All the males are forced to stay and watch as the new football team, the Barney Bunch and the Humongous Bunch compete against each other in our version of the sport of football.
It's the same as regular football, but the teams have to shove the football up their ass like a dildo and try to fart it out to the field goal to score a touchdown. Instead of tackling, you get inside their ass and smack the football out of there. Anything goes, just as long as one team wins by having more points than the other. It's just like average football, but in a homosexual manner. The ref then throws the coin, which is actually a true coin, and it lands on heads, meaning we go first.
The game begins. I take the football and shove it up my demonic ass. Then I start running to the goal. Oh, while Papa tries to steal the ball from me, but I quickly pass it to Ronald McDonald, better known as Tennis Clown, who in turn passes it to the clown. It gets tackled by Fatty Bear as he steals it off to the other side. Jazz Finster smacks Fatty Bear and he passes it to Hip Hop Harry.
I then run past all the others and score 1 touchdown for the Barney Bunch team. The next round sees the Humongous Bunch starting first, with Pablo Sanchez making a non-stop run until Barney smacks him. He thinks he got the football out of Pablo's ass and into his ass when that dumbass dinosaur accidentally got his own tail lodged up his hairy pooper when Pablo smacked him away.
Using his skill point from the bench at sports games, Pablo then scores a touchdown for the humongous bunch. I try and hit the ball, but the Jonathan steals it away.
Chaz tries to get it back, but gets kicked in the penis, causing him to scream like
Luckily I steal the ball back and go to the field goal to score a touchdown, but Pop smacks the ball down to the other goal, causing it to fly to our field goal. Then the 49ers and Chiefs mascots walk onto the field and try to steal the football away from us.
We get it back, and it's revealed to be Pube Muppet and Pube Jason trying to join the game to get their satisfaction. So we throw them out after denying their satisfaction, and just in time for the halftime show.
The halftime show is a live performance of Ozil, Wiener, and Henry's cover-up of Tennis by the insane-ass clown that used in the ad campaign for Soy Dog. Speaking of sponsorship, the sponsors for the game were as follows.
Diarrhea Giygas Delight, Soy Dog, Butt Drugs to Electric Butt Plugs, BJ's Wholesale, BJ's Restaurant, McDonald's, Fabric Bonanza, and many other swell sponsorships.
The game resumes as usual. We do not want to bore you with the details, so here are some highlights. As we kept playing our game, the football got covered in poopy after being lodged up many cornholes.
The Barney Bunch team saw this, took advantage of it, as they used it to either arouse, cover with, or blind the Humongous Bunch. But then the Humongous Bunch started to do the same thing to us. We also flew by it coming, showering our opponents in white sauce.
We also did the same thing with our golden showers. The field was getting messy and our scores were tight. Drew looked at me and said, "Hey, since you and your good man started this wellness, we figured we'd let you to win the game for us. Make us proud, Giygas, Furby and Hip Hop Harry, you know it, my good man," I replied. I started off by blinding the Jonathan with my shit, making Pablo Sanchez slip on my piss, tripping Pop with my penis, and lastly passing it to Hip Hop Harry.
Once I get the ball, Frederick the Fish and Luther will walk up and try and smack the ball out of me, but I crush them with my yellow bear ass. Then Fatty Bear runs up and says, "Are you ready for round 2? Then he rapes my bare ass, but I clench my butt cheeks so tight that it ends up hurting his penis. I begin to charge a long bag of farts to launch this ball to the field goal from afar. After charging for a few minutes, I launched the football out of my bare behind.
Pop launches his submissive sex slave of Pep into the air in hopes to smack it away, but I launch myself toward Pep and slam him into the crowd, knocking him unconscious.
The ball starts to go lower at a fast pace. The tension was high. Would it lend ourselves a winning move?
You know that answer had to be yes.
The Barney Bunch wins the Supperbowl. And we celebrate by pouring Diarrhea Giygas Delight on the ref. The Humongous Bunch leave the stadium like a bunch of sore losers.
Faster than you can say what the fuck is going on here. Fresh records of John Madden comes onto the field and yells what the fuck is going on here, and why wasn't I invited?
I get puzzled and say, "Wait a minute, you are gay?" He says, "Yes, I rose from the dead and I saw you guys playing. It got me so rampy that I ran over here so I can have an orgy with you guys."
We couldn't say no to that, so we began doing it, and it sounded like hi everyone, and welcome to John Madden XXX.
The next Madden game should have the option to play our version of football.
That would be
using the fans' own fingers, hats, and various fan possessions, as Giygas.
The sounds we are making aren't they strange?
Only moon-based self-defense would get the reference. This video is getting too long, so we got to wrap this up.
Oh my god, I think we're about to release the flame light just like in the air like a water fountain. That's That was swell.
And finally we close out the game by having SpongeBob SquarePants smother his band as we all sing Sweet Victory, because Maroon 5 ducked it all up the last time they tried to do this. That was the swellest day of our whole lives.
We hope to do this all over again next year. Bye bye.